today's live coverage, we will take place in like 4 different scenic spots, and also to check out all of these colorful leaves in Beijing in autumn. And we will also visit the Olympic Forest Park in the northern extension, and also we will go to the Wucai Qianshan National Hiking Trail. But first, we will visit a very mysterious place that is in the Pofeng Ridge Scenic Area in Fengshan District. So here we are glad to be joined by the first secretary from the Fengshan District to tell us more about the Pofeng Ridge Scenic Areas. So right now you can hear the sound of the water and the waterfall. So right now we're actually very close to the Pofeng Ridge Scenic Area, and also we are seeing a lot of the red leaves. But here we can see there is a lake. So can you tell us more about the location of this lake? So for this lake, we are calling this Cloud Lake. In Chinese, the Yunhu Lake. Now actually for this lake is located halfway of the Pofeng Ridge Scenic Area. So for the total length is 370 meters. For the Yunhu Lake, it is naturally forged. And along by this area, we also see a lot of the reed. And in the past, we are calling this place the reed area. But for our scenic area start from 2006, we continue to extend the water area of this place, and we're adding a lot of the springs. Now you are seeing this place has become a scenic spot. So we can see the clouds is layering here. That's why we call this place the Yunhu Lake, the Cloud Lake. And also we are seeing a lot of the pagoda, and we are seeing all of these colorful leaves. The reason why we call this place the Cloud Lake, it is because it is quite heavy in cloud in the Pofeng Ridge. Especially if we are taking an aerial view, you can see more clear. So we have considered that the location of the lake because it's located halfway of the Pofeng Ridge, and that's why we want to call it a cloud lake. So apart from this cloud lake, and people will pay a visit here to check out all of the red leaves. So maybe later we will visit the area of the red leaves. So now you can see we have a large place. We have many visitors coming here to take photos. Now here it is the entrance of the Cloud Lake. So here we have the red leaves trail. Maybe we can take a closer look for these red leaves. So can you tell us about the category of the red leaf? So for the red leaf in Beijing, mainly it comes from the leaves from the smoke tree. This is also called the Catanus cogigria. This is not actually the maple leaves. So if I check the red leaves now, you can see it is quite broad and is in the round shape. So for the leaves coming from the smoke tree, you can see it is in an oval shape. So just take a look at the other trees, and for the leaves there, it is more bright. But still, we are waiting for the leaves to turn red. So I think this is a very special place for us to check out all of the leaves of the smoke tree from the Pofeng Ridge Scenic Spot. It is just like an artist's autumn palette. So for different trees, they have different nutritions, and also due to the seasonal reasons, for all of these leaves, they will present the different colors in different stages. For some of the leaves, maybe they are more yellow, and some of them more green. And for the other side, they're totally red leaves. So it is not pure red. So you can see like different colors presented in the leaves in the Pofeng Ridge scenic area. And for some of the red leaves, now you can see right now, maybe it is a little bit green, but in the future it will turn red eventually. So what is the size for the smoke trees in the Pofeng Ridge scenic area? In this place, in the past, we also called it Red Mountain. At the beginning, when it comes to the primitive forest, so we have around like 2,500 mu of space dedicated to the smoke trees. So at least we have over like 10,000 smoke trees. And I believe like each year we have like special staff to take care of these trees. So many people are very curious that for the smoke trees, maybe they are distributed in different parts in China. But why we have so many smoke trees in the Pofeng Ridge scenic area? Maybe this is because of the location of the Pofeng Ridge scenic area. This area now you can see it is like facing the sun. And we have a centralized place for the smoke trees. When we develop this scenic area, so most of these smoke trees, they are quite primitive. And also we are trying to cultivate and plant some of the smoke trees alongside of this primitive area. And also for this area is also considered as the best spectacular view of the smoke trees in the Pofeng Ridge scenic area. As you just mentioned that for these smoke trees, because of the seasonal reasons, the leaves will present in different colors. And also I can see some of the golden smoke tree leaves as well. So for the change of the color depends on a lot of factors. For example, the change of the temperature and also the change of the sunlight. So if they are enjoying more sunlight, for some of these leaves will turn red much faster. So because they have to formulate some of the color inside of the leaves. So if they are receiving sufficient sunlight, and some of these trees and also the leaves will turn red immediately. So now I'm actually entering into a secret or mysterious trail to take a closer look at all of these leaves. So for these leaves, these trees, now you can see they're in another area. Maybe they're not facing the sun, but still for some of these leaves, they're turning red gradually. But now I would say this is the best season to appreciate the red leaves. And today is the solar term, the frost descent. And also we have a big differences between the temperature in the morning and the evening. So also in the evening, because of the change of the temperature, you can see that for some of the elements and the exocrine can be forged much faster, and then the color will turn red. As you just mentioned, for the solar term, today is the frost descent. And we have many visitors coming here, and also they're coming here for a hiking for the Pofeng Ridge scenic area. So if you pay a visit here, actually you can just go up to the mountains. We have like 2 trails going up to the hill and also 1 trail going down from the ridge. And altogether, the distance is about 6,000 meters. And if you feel you're not physically fit to go up to the ridge or the mountain, you can actually take the cable car. So now we are just like passing through this red leaf valley. And on the right side, you can see we have so many visitors here taking photos. You can see a very lovely sheep. In this place, I think it is a recreational place, and this is what we call the Lamb's Cafe. And we developed this place last year, and this is what we call the Lamb's Cafe. Because in the past, this place we used to raise the lambs and the sheep, So before we developed the Porfong Ridge scenic area, all of these places are quite wild, and some people are living here. They are raising the lambs here. So when you come to the Porfong Ridge scenic area, you can have a close contact with this lovely animal. So this is complete natural scenic spot. Very lovely. Here you can see we have all of these fences and also some of the trees and the bricks. All of these are preserved from the past. So in this place, I would say for this place, and it has a very long history because in the past the local people raised lambs here, and that's why we changed this place into a cafe. So maybe we can just have a sip of coffee. And as today it is the solar turn, the frost descends, so we may feel a little bit cold. If we can enjoy a cup of coffee, maybe it's much better for our health. So here now you can see we have developed a special observation space, a must-visit place for the Porfong Ridge scenic area. By coming to this place, you can actually have a panoramic view of the trees and the leaves. So before we taste the coffee, let's take a look on the panoramic view. It's very beautiful. So now we are in a very high space, and we can see for this beautiful place and which is surrounded by the mountains and also the cloud lake. And just take a look at all of these colorful leaves. We have very large space of the colorful leaves, and they are presented in different levels of red. And also I can see the cloud lake and also the grassland. And we have a lot of visitors here. So actually, if the weather gets warmer, maybe people can come here to have a camping. So for the cloud lake, it is developed in recent years, and it is a must-visit place for the Porfong Ridge scenic area. Maybe this year or next year we will continue to develop this place. Maybe we will set up some of the tents and also put it into a camping area. And we can also offer like instant food for the tourists and the visitors, and they can take a rest here. Wow, sounds very attractive. Maybe we can like take some food here. Just take a look. So now I would like to introduce with you some of the food. So this is the special made coffee. I think this is also covered by the chocolate. And this is an innovative coffee that has made from this sheep pen. And also you can see we have some of the cake decorated with the elements of the red leaf. And for this cake is also decorated with the chocolate and also the fruit. And for many people, after they came to this place, they will buy a coffee and also they will taste the cake here. And we actually specially made or create all of these beverage and the food for the visitors. So actually I'm enjoying coffee, and I think this one is fantastic. Here I believe that many visitors come here, they would like to take a photo. For example, you can just like enjoy the view and also you can enjoy the cake. Very chill. And also we enjoy very fresh air in this place. So you can just take a rest in this place. So except for the cafe, what other restaurants or facilities provided to the visitors? So in this place, we want to build or turn this place into a resort. In the past, this area is quite impoverished, and we also have like factories, and also we are focusing on the development of the stone materials. And because of the policy support and some of the villages, they have been alleviated from the poverty. And we have a formal secretary of the village, and he is the first one to tell us to make a transformation and also to develop a scenic area. So for the Porfong Ridge Scenic Area, each year we will host this Red Leaf Festival starting from 2010. So this will last from October the 1st to October the 15th. Actually to November the 15th. So right now we are still in the middle of the Red Leaf Festival because that is the best season for the smoke trees. Because we all know that for the leaves, they will turn red gradually. So for some of the trees, if they are facing the sunlight, and also for some of the leaves, they will turn mature. And however, for some of the trees and the leaves, they will turn red later. So that's why we extend this Red Leaf Festival from October the 1st to November the 15th. So what about the accommodation? Well, it is very convenient. After we develop this scenic area in the Porfong Ridge, and also we are trying to build the accommodation and also the bed and breakfast and the hostels. So here in this place, we have 9 major bed and breakfast and hostels. And also we have some restaurants open to the visitors as well. So also you can go karting in the village, and also we have a forest that is just to serve and entertain the kids. And we are making a lot of renovations and also to provide a lot of services to the visitors in the Red Leaf Valley. And also we have a delivery service post. And also we have convenience stores opened in the Porfong Ridge sitting areas. All of these will also provide conveniences to the local villages and also the local visitors. So we also created a museum to memorize some of the post-service offices in this area. So when you come here, not only you can enjoy the beautiful scenery, but also you can learn the history of the Porfong Ridge Sydney area. Now we're very close to like 11 a.m., but right now, alongside by the Cloud Lake, you can see a huge group of people gathering here to appreciate the red leaves. Maybe in the weekend, we will have more people coming here. So thank you very much for the Secretary's introduction. And today we're actually stepping on the Sydney areas, and also we are appreciating the red leaves, and also we taste the coffee, and it is very chilling and enjoying. Now we are moving to another spot, the Tanzhe Temple, to appreciate the ginkgo trees. So, dear viewers, right now I'm actually coming to the Mentogo district, and right now I'm very close, stand in front of the Tanzhe Temple. And today it is the solar term frost descent. It's very cold today, and today we are trying to find a ginkgo trees with over 1,300 years of history. And now I'm glad to be joined by the two experts. So one of is the interpreter from the Tanzhe Temple, Miss Sun. And also we have a manager from the Tanzhe Temple, Mr. Mao. So talking about the Tanzhe Temple, and actually have a very long history, and also we have a lot of the ancient trees. Now I can see the two ancient trees just behind us. So for these two, they're naturally grown pine trees. So for these two trees, now you can see they're in the shape of the dragon. Just take a look at this one. So this is what we call the panlong tree. I would say in the northern area for this kind of pine tree, it is quite unique. So on the left side, we are calling this the Wolong pine tree. So now you can see this one. It just looks like a dragon with a very long tail. And also I can see other type of the pine trees. So this one is what we call the white pine. So for this pine tree, in all 4 seasons, it is one of the category of the pine tree. So for this pine tree, the white pine tree, it has over 1,000 years of history. We have only one of this. So let's continue our journey and go inside of the Tanzhe Temple. So in the past, I always heard about first we have the Tanzhe Temple, and later on we have the city of Beijing. So when we talk about the Tanzhe Temple, it is built in the Beijing area dynasty, and also it have a very long history and 1,000 years older than the history of the Beijing city. So in this place we can see we have like so many the decorative archway. So for this like archway gate, it is actually built in the 31 years of Kangxi period. And now you can see for the 2 sides of the archway gate, they all built in the Kangxi period. And also you can see this is like painted in a very traditional color. And also for the Kangxi period, they have like made all of these like different archways in a unique structure. And when we come to the Guangxu period, and also the for some of the plates, you can take a closer look for some of the seal. They have been put in different places of the plate of this archway. And I would say for all of these archway, they are considered as the like cultural relics. So in that Kangxi period, they have invested a lot to build all of these like archway gate. So now we are coming to the Hall of Heavenly Kings. And also we are actually like suffering and made the offerings to the ancient god. In the Tanzhe temple, we have like different places that play for the auspiciousness. Especially in the Tanzhe temple, we also talk about the fish in the Tanzhe temple. They are considered as the mascot for the Tanzhe temple. For some of the visitors they come here, we always have a saying, if they ever touch the fish of the Tanzhe temple, and then they can bring in and all of the auspiciousness in their lives. And now I can check, I find another ancient trees. So if they have this like red label, meaning that for these trees they have over 300 years of history. So this is the level 1 ancient trees. And in Tanzhe temple, we have around like 7 to 8 level 1 ancient trees. So what about these ones? They have already completing the blooming season. We have many flowers here. So each year, like at the end of the winter and the early spring, you can actually see the blooming of the water speed. So when you visit the Tanzhe temple in different seasons, you can enjoy the different types of the flowers. So I would say it is the all blossoms in this like Tanzhe temple. And in autumn, you can come here and also to enjoy the view of the ginkgo leaves and the ginkgo trees. And also we have a very beautiful sceneries in the winter. And also in the Laba festival, we also try to offer the porridge to the local people. And actually, we are trying to organize a lot of activities that echoes to the solar terms. Now we are actually coming closer to our destination, one of the important stops for our live streaming. So for these like ginkgo trees, it has over 1,000 years of history. So actually we are looking at this one on the east side. We have many ginkgo trees in China, but for this one, I would say this is a towering tree. So for this tree, I would say this is what we call the male tree. And this is a towering tree. And for the other one, it is also what we call a male tree. And for the other room, and actually that is the place visited by the emperor, I would say if we compare for this towering tree, for the other one is a little bit smaller. And so for this ginkgo tree, it has a history of 1,300 years. It was planted in the Tang Dynasty. So what are the efforts we have been made to protect the ginkgo trees? So actually for the ginkgo trees, they're quite fit and they're not easily infected by the insects. But from time to time, for some of these trees may get sick, but we will try to have some of the pesticides and herbicides and try to prevent the disease of the trees. So I heard about that for the ancient trees, it is very difficult to protect them, especially when they get infected by some of the disease. So for years of the care, we have paying attention to the ancient trees, and I would say for the past few years, we don't see all of these like ginkgo trees get sick. So I also heard about that for this place, in the Tanja temple, we have like different varieties of the trees. So for this tree, now you can see it actually have flowers in different seasons. And so for this tree, it was planted in the end of the Ming Dynasty. That is what we call the Erqiao tree. So I would say this is also quite unique because we only have two Erqiao trees in the Tanja temple. So this place is very quiet. So for these two ancient trees, I think it is very similar to the towering tree we have just seen. And for these trees also was planted in the Tang Dynasty. So for the pine and the cypress trees, as we compare to the towering ginkgo trees, maybe they're smaller in size. And as you can see, for these two trees, they are growing slower because they are in a different location, because they're not absorbing sufficient sunlight. I would say for their life cycle is different. So for the pine and the cypress trees, so I would say for all 4 seasons, now you can see they're quite vibrant. But for the ginkgo trees, it's quite different. Maybe they will have to take a rest in certain seasons. Well, I think their life cycle is very similar to human beings. So, Ms. Wang, can you tell us more about the other 2 trees? For example, maybe you can tell us more about the broadleaf trees. So for the broadleaf trees, and also you can see we have different varieties. For example, we talk about the empress trees and also the Peiwan trees. For these two, and in winter for the broadleaf trees, they will actually leave some of the leaves. And also for the growing cycle of the broadleaf trees is also growing slower than the ginkgo trees. So for the different types of the trees, they will present a different look in winter. So we will pass through this area. This is another scenic spot of the Tanja temple. And this is the place when we call the winding stream banquet and the floating wine cups along windy water. So in ancient times, as you can see, the emperors, they will bring the empresses and they will have some of the recreational activities in this place. So first we will come to the opposite side of this place. I can see for the whole area, it is in the shape of the head of the beast. So for the emperor, they have to sit in the northern area of this place. So now you can see for this shape, the head of the beast, actually they are facing the position of the emperor. So maybe we will change our position and to see if we can feel what the view will be seen by the emperor. From my angle, I can see if I look at the same pattern, I can see the character, a king, in Chinese character. So this is the view from the north to the south. So here you can see it is actually in the shape of a a tiger. So this is the floating, the winding stream. So you can actually put the wine cups here by the stream. So if your wine cups did not intercept or interrupt by the stream, and then this person will get a award. Otherwise, they will get punished. So this is actually a game by the ancient scholars. So for the stream, actually all of these streams are coming from the mountains. So in the ancient China, the scholars will help this game, the winding stream, the banquet. So all of these wine cups floated along a winding stream. And also the participants will compose poems as the cups pass by. And in the northern part of China, maybe it is not the best place to grow the bamboo. However, in this place now you can see, even though you are coming here in winter, you can still feel the green of the bamboo. That's because of the location of the Tanzhe Temple, because we have very lush mountains here, and this can also prevent the coldness coming in. So actually in this place, now you can see we're decorated with the golden color, and also these have the special meanings of the jade-gilded bamboo or gold-gilded bamboo. So for this bamboo, it is actually endowed by the ancient emperor, the Emperor Kangxi. So now you can see for this bamboo, each year in about April, they will continue to grow the sprouts of the bamboo. So I would say it is quite precious, because in the northern area in China, we can see that for this bamboo, they are growing very well, and they are very difficult to grow in other parts of the northern place in China. Now we are coming to another tree to the Tanzhe Temple. So just take a look at this one. It is very close to the White Tower. So just take a look at the shape of the tree. You can see it just looks like a peacock spreading its tail and displaying its feathers. So if you just look at the shape of the branches, it just feels like a peacock, and also some of the feathers, they're spreading. And once again, it shows that this place is also echoes with the spirit of the nature. Thank you very much for your introduction in the Tanzhe Temple, and also have an exploration of the ancient trees. And we just visit the ginkgo trees, and also we are also appreciating the game, the winding stream banquet. Because of the time limit that come to the end of this section of the live coverage, now I would like to turn to my colleagues. Stay tuned with us. Dear viewers, welcome to our live coverage. Now we are coming to a very romantic season in Beijing, and today we are coming to another national park. So first, we are glad to be joined by the Miss Zhao. So can you give us a introduction? So actually, a person in charge from the Greenland Management Center in the Huilongguan. So here we are continue our journey to check out the national trail. So now we are at the highest point of this park. So now we can have a panoramic view of all of these landscapes. So in this place, it is the Olympic Forest Park, the northern extension. And today we have some of the mist. Maybe it is not very clear. But if you have a very good sunshine, to make sure you come to the Olympic Forest Park. But if from this place, you can still see the change and also the layer of colors of the Olympic Tower. And we are very close to the tower, less than 1 kilometers. So this is the Olympic Forest Park, the northern extension. This is what we call the Albay Forest Park. And in the future, we will try to make a connection between the Olympic Forest Park northern extension to the southern extension. So in this park, you can see we can enjoy a panoramic view. And this is also considered as a northern axis in Beijing. So in this place, we are actually putting a lot of the illustration to tell the history of this forest park. So maybe you can tell us more about the history of the Olympic Forest Park, the northern extension. So for some of these photos, now you can see who we were in the past. Because in the past, this place is considered as the largest area of the recycling place in northern China. And always we talk about that when we are selling the plastic bottles here, actually we try to set the pricing of the recycling market. With years of development, now you can see for some of the waste area, we have demolished these places and turned it into a forest park. So for this forest park, you can see it is very beautiful, and we have over 200 species of the plants. So the total area for this area is over 14,000 mu, and right now over 8,000 mu has been completed its development and construction, and we will continue our efforts to further develop the forest park in the future. So now you can see this is who we are right now. So in the past, we actually just a wasteland, but now we are turning this place a green forest park. So now we are coming to a very beautiful season of autumn, and also you can see the different layers of the green and also the glowing gold. And all of these colors actually tint the forest and tint the park. So this is where we are right now. So maybe this photo was taken in spring. Now you can see the chrysanthemum, and once again, I welcome all of you to pay a visit to this place in different seasons. Here, I would say it's not that cold. We have many elderly people coming here. They're doing some exercise, and from time to time, we organize the cultural activities here. And some of the people coming here are singing and dancing. And some of them, they are playing the musical instruments here. So this group of people, they love singing. Now you can see we have the music here, and also some people, they dance along by the music. And actually they can enjoy the sunlight here. So this is the platform that actually provided by the forest park. And during holidays, we also organize a lot of activities. For example, in the national holiday, and we also provide the hot air balloons, and also we have like theater centers, and also we invite the kids like coming here to do some paintings of the plants. But right now it is a little bit cold. That is why we cannot enjoy the hot air balloon in the Olympic Forest Park. But during the national holiday, you can come here and take the hot air balloon to enjoy the panoramic autumn view in the Olympic Forest Park. And actually for the hot air balloon, they can go up to 30 to 40 meters above the surface. But if you want to experience the hot air balloon, make sure you come back to this place during the national holiday. And next year, we will offer this hot air balloon activity in start from like middle of May until the end of the national holiday. I would say this place is very spacious. We also have many visitors coming here to enjoy their life. And here we can see like different colors of the leaves and also the flowers. And so for this one, it is one kind of the chrysanthemum, and due to the change of the temperature and some of the seasonal reasons, so now you can see for all of these chrysanthemums will present in different colors. So all of these flowers, they belong to the same category, the chrysanthemum, but they are having a different like subcategories. And also we have many birds in this forest park. For example, I just saw a magpie. And also we have a lot of the fans coming here. They also capture the photos of the birds. So here we have like so many plants here, and also we have a lot of birds. And actually some of the birds, they can't collect some of the fruit in the forest park. So I can feel quite relaxed because I can enjoy the music, and also I can also appreciate the bird species and also the plant species. And for some of the plants, they already turned their color. So what about this one? So this is what we call the flowering peach. So in our park, we have different species of the plants, which distributed in different places. So for example, we have a lot of the colored leafed trees. So for example, this year we also have a lot of the Cutaneous Cogeria. And for each year, we can see for all of these smoke trees, they also have a very beautiful leaves. And also we have a lot of the Chinese ash. So if I take a look here, we can see a lot of the grassland. We have the winter weeds. So for the earth here, I would say it is drought tolerant. So for this place, it's very suitable to grow different kinds of the plants. So what is this facility? So I would say this is a hostel for the animals. So this one is used to receive some of the insects. This is what we call the insect hotel. I can see there is a plate here. So what is the function of this plate? So we will put some of the water inside of this place. So for some of the insects, they can come here to get water, and also if there are so many people here, so for some of the insects, they can actually take a rest here. That is what we call, this is the apartments or hotels for the insect. Also, we are putting a lot of the wood pieces or grass pieces inside of the hotels to make sure that this can fit the habits for the insects. We just try our best to provide a natural habitat for all of these insects. So I can see another one. So what is that one? I would say that is not an insect hotel, right? Well, that is also a hotel for the animals, because we identify some of the wild rabbits and also the hedgehog. So for some of these animals, they also have their natural habits. When there are so many people here, they will try to hide themselves inside of the hotels. So this is the villa for the wild animals. For example, if they don't want to meet the people, and maybe they can take a rest inside of the villa. And also we will provide some of the food and the water inside of the villa. So also you can see for some of this wood and also some of these materials, there are also some of the recycled pieces from the forest park. Here we have the sightseeing bus. And pretty soon we will go to another romantic place. So later on, please follow us and we will take you to that mysterious place. And also we have a special name card to give you an introduction. So this is the map for the forest park. So how many parks we have been built in this area? So actually in total we have like 10 parks in this area. I would say we will build this like forest park very close to the local people, and we are very close to the Tiantongyuan and the Huilongguan. And it is just like a extension places of the forest in this area. And also we are talking about for all of these parks, they are located in the Changping district and also in the northern part of the northern axis in Beijing. Just take a look at this red line. For this red line is actually considered as the hiking trail, which covered around like 42 kilometers. So this is what we call a green trail. And for one of the important stops is just actually like come across this forest park. So this is where we are right now. So for this place, actually you can see we have a special bridge and the boardwalk. So for this like boardwalk is actually like covering different places of the forest park, and also you can enjoy the natural sceneries here. So I would say for this place is very chill, and actually you can like cycling alongside of the boardwalk. So right now we are actually coming to the most romantic place. So this is what we call the pink molly grass. We have so many visitors here. They are taking photos among this molly grass. And this year we have a lot of governance taken place in the forest park. And now you can see we are putting up a lot of fences. So for this pink molly grass, now you can see it's very beautiful. And many tourists, maybe they want to get closer to the grass, but maybe some of them, they will step above on the grass. But for this molly grass, they're quite fragile. And that's why we set up some of the fences here. And also we are offering some of the platforms for the visitors to take photos. So for example, they can have a safe distance with the pink molly grass, but still they can take a very beautiful photos. Last year, we only put a lot of chairs and benches here, but this year we have installed different swings here, so you can get extremely beautiful photos here. So we also recommend the visitors to wear white dresses coming to the pink molly grass. So before we built this area, actually this place was used to be a golf court. So that's why you can see it is quite bumpy in this area. So in the past, we have the golf field. I would say few people coming to the place to play golf. But here, when we turn this place into a sea of the pink molly grass, more and more tourists are coming to this place to appreciate the plants. And of course, we have still reserved some of the other sports venues. For example, we have the soccer field and also the tennis court. This is also to echo the idea of the all fitness. Well, still we can see we have so many tourists coming here to take a photo of the pink molly grass. And so for the pink molly grass, this area will open to the middle of the November. So after this section, what we will do with this place? So after the molly grass complete its blossom season, and also we will harvest some of the molly grass. And also we will send some of this pink molly grass as a gift to the local visitors. And also they can actually preserve some of this molly grass and also turn it into the dry flowers. So this is what we have in the future. So now you can see for this molly grass, it's very beautiful. So you can decorate your house. So each year after we harvest this pink molly grass, and also we will send it as a gift to the local residents. And also for some of the local people, they will place the flowers in the glass vase to decorate their house. If I look at this molly grass, I would say this is very delicate. But this is not the seed of the molly grass. It's very beautiful. So I would say for each piece of the molly grass, it's just a regular plant. And also from different parts of this molly grass, they will turn into different colors due to the seasonal change. So this is the herbaceous plants. after we harvest the mali grass, so you can put it into your glass vase, and you don't have to pay extra care to this grass, and you can just use it as a decoration in your house. So maybe you can give a recommendation to the must visit place. So that is the swing area. So for our staff, we actually check like different places, different areas of the pink mali grass, and I would say this place is the best place to take a photo. Maybe later on I can also take a photo. So indeed, it is very beautiful. So in a very high place, I can see this place is very attractive due to the time limits. Maybe we don't have the time to visit the whole area of the Olympic Forest Park, the northern extension. But in total, we have over 200 plants in this place. But for some of these plants right now, I would say they're at their best season or at the best blossom area. So for this one, what is this plant? Can you tell us some of the introduction about this plant? This is the aster. So start from September. So this aster has coming into a blossom season. So actually, you can see a very large scale of the asters planted in this area. So for some of these flowers now, you can see they're well preserved by the gardeners. So what about this one? This is the western maple leaves. So now you can see the maple leaves, they are very beautiful, and it is different from the leaves from the smoke trees. So I will show you like with the sunlight. Just take a look at these red maple leaves, very transparent and very passionate. So for this kind of trees, we have to pay a lot of care about the trees. It have a very short period of time to capture the beauty of the maple leaves. So I have to make sure that I can take a photo with the maple leaves with the sunlight. And also we have like the very last plant I want to give you an introduction. That is the Conus alba. And also now you can see the stalk is in the red color. This is also very beautiful in autumn. So we have just give you some of the introduction of the different species of the plant and the animals. So that is my part. So just now we have visited like different places in Beijing, and we are checking on the ancient trees and also appreciate the red leaves. Actually, in the season of autumn, I would say we also have the season of the harvest. We are coming to the Shunyi district. We are coming to the apple picking area. So we are glad to be joined by an expert from the local orchard. So good morning, everyone. So I'm the person in charge of this area of the orchard. So this is the first time I enter into the orchard, and I think it is full of the ripening apples. I can see for the color of the apples is very beautiful. So can you give us some introduction about the fruits here? So in this place, we are actually we have a very good geological condition. This place is surrounded by the mountains, and this will also help us to improve the quality of the fruit. And also you can see for the fruits growing here, they're actually full of sugar. Maybe I would like to experience the fruit picking. So just take a look at this one. If the color is very bright, and also it is quite even of the color, I would say for this apple is in good quality. So how can we pick the apple? So on one hand, we have to hold the apple, and for your other hand, you just like lightly pull the branch, and then you can get the apple. And also for this kind of apple, you can see when you are picking the apple to make sure that you do not break the stalk. Otherwise, the moisture will be lost by the apple. And also I can see the white frost covering the apple. So what is that? Is it just a dirt? Well, I would say this is the fruit frost. If you see the fruit frost covering the apple, meaning that for this apple is extremely fresh. Now I would like to take a bite. So now you can see it is very juicy, very fresh for the apple. Just have a bite. You can see it is for the meat, it's in yellow, and also you can see it is very crisp and also juicy. And this is the very famous, the Fuji apple. And also we have a different variety of the apple. So for apples like growing in this area, maybe it is more crisp, but less in the sweetness. So for this kind of apples, I would say maybe it is very crispy, but it is not as sweet as the one we have just tasted. And also you can see for this kind of apples, so for the pattern is in the strip shape. So I will get another apple here and to see if this one have any differences with the other apple. So now you can hear the sound when I cut all of these apples. Very sweet and crispy. So for this one, it's actually like a tinge with red. It is not pure red. So I would say I can also still can feel the acid of the fruit. If you like a crispy taste, maybe you can choose this kind of the apple. And also for the trees here, now you can see they're not very tall. Is that common? So for the apple trees, we have to limit the height less than 3 meters. So we can save some of the human labor, and also it is easier for us to pick the apples. So what about the age of the apple trees? For this orchard, it's I would say it is about like 13 years. But if the orchard is well reserved, and then the orchard can be kept for about like 30 to 40 years. But right now, your orchard is just like 13 years. I would say that is in their best positions. That's why all of these like fruits and apples are in good conditions. So in this place, I can see we only see the apples. Do we have other kind of fruits? Well, actually, we have divided these places in different areas. And sometimes we are putting some of the bags and also some of the covers to protect the apple trees. So that the reason why we cover some of the trees is to make sure that all of these trees can be free from the pesticide. And some people are saying that if the apple is red, maybe the apple is more tasty. Is that correct? Not really. So what about the shape? Well, I would say if we look at the shape, I think if the shape is very round and standard, maybe the apple is more tasty. Well, I would say that I can feel actually for this kind of apples, they are in very good conditions and very good quality. So just now I have been like tasting like some of the apples, and also I can feel the vibe of the harvest. And here I can see like different fruits and also the plants and vegetables. So here we would like to invite some of the person in charge to give us some introductions about all of these like by agriculture products. Dear viewers, good morning. I'm the person in charge from the Dahanzhong village in Shunyi district. So here I would like to give you some of the introduction about the agricultural products that has been produced from the Dahanzhong village. So here the first one I want to recommend. It is the honey sweet potato. Now you can see if I break it into two, you can see the color is different. So for this one, it is the purple sweet potato, and also we have the walnut sweet potato, and also we have the smoked sweet potato. So now you can see we also have the chestnut sweet potato. That's why we call it the 5-color sweet potato. For this 5 different types of the sweet potatoes, we have like different tastes. So for example, if you have the chestnut sweet potato, you can deep fry it, or also you can steam it. So for the purple sweet potato, you can see it is very healthy, and also it is very rich in the anthocyanins and have a natural sweetness. And also we try to process some of these like sweet potatoes into other snacks. For example, this is the sweet potato slices. And also for some of the sweet potatoes, we have just like cut it into pieces and sell it in their original position. So just have a taste of this one. Just have a taste of this sweetness. So I recommend all of you, for example, first to open the package. So actually, I can taste the natural sweetness of the sweet potato. We did not add extra elements of the sweet potato. First, after we open the package, first of all, you take a deep breath, and also to feel the taste of the sweet potato. So maybe later on I can bring some of the snacks back to my family, and also to enjoy the feel and the sense of the harvest. So here is also coming from a local agricultural cooperative. And now you can see we have different types of melons. All of these are organic, very healthy. So maybe I will have a taste of this melon. Just hear the sound. It's very crispy and also very juicy. Very crispy and very sweet. Very delicious indeed. And also we have some of the vegetables from the agricultural cooperative. We have the chilies. And here it is from the Jiashan village. And now you can see we have the homegrown pear. And also we have the sugar canes. Well, I would say this one is very big. So this is a 1 kilo of the weight. So all of these are homegrown, and also all of these fruit were harvested in the season of autumn. Thank you very much for your detailed introduction about all of these agricultural products. Now you can feel the sense of the harvest, but in the Muning township. But still, we also have a lot of the beautiful scenery. So in the apple orchard, and Mr. Xi just mentioned that we have a very good temperature here, especially for the Mulin village. It is located in the area of the Wucai Quanshan National Waterfront Hiking Fitness Trail. So just take a look here. We are very close to the Wucai Quanshan National Hiking Trail. So we have the hiking trail with about 100 kilometers. It is free of charge and open to the public, especially to the hiking fans. And today is a work day. Maybe we don't see a lot of athletes coming here for the hiking, but during the weekends, we have many hiking fans coming here for the National Hiking Trail. And also a lot of people, they're doing a lot of exercise here. So right now for the Wucai Quanshan National Hiking Trail is also in a very good position. We have like different colors of the leaves, especially for these leaves, they are tinted by different colors. So in a 1 month time, so I would say that will be the best season to appreciate the colorful leaves. So if you are still like worried about like where to appreciate the best type of the leaves, make sure you come here to the Wucai Quanshan National Hiking Trail.